kind of wanted to be broken by it. Affy stuck his head out of his little truck and he was like, Skelly, you're going to die. And I'm like, cheers, Dan. Unless I've got a limb hanging off, there was no way in my head I wasn't going to complete it. You just keep going until it's done.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you got to do. You've got a job to do. Start pedaling. Keep pedaling until it's done. I like being good at stuff.
Yeah,
like
fair.
I don't like
Who doesn't?
sucking at stuff. I'd keep going back to what would my mum think if I was on bloody porn site. Right, Skelly, let's get you some World Cups. And I'm like, really?
Becci Skelton, welcome to the Downtime podcast. How's
Thank
things?
you very much. Yeah, very good. Thank you. You good?
Yeah, good, thanks. Congratulations are in order. You've just arrived back in the UK from slightly nicer climate in Madeira, where you took the win at the Trans Madeira.
I did, yeah.
Was that your first like big multi-day enduro race?
First time Madeira, first big multi-stage event. Very different to like UK racing, very different to like your 1-2 day events. But yeah, I loved it. Really stoked to take the win as well. Like, didn't really expect it at all. So yeah, I just kind of held a consistent and tried not to crash my brains out too much.
Good work. Madeira's a pretty crazy place, though.
Yeah, it's mad. It's like wherever you go in the island, it is, I know it's very cliche to say it as well, but like every part of the island is completely different. Like, you go to one side and it's like really red kind of flowy dirt, and then you go to another side and it's like more kind of alpine trail and like more kind of walkers paths and like rocky, like hard corners and horrible places to crash. And then cliffs absolutely terrified me.
You're not a fan of heights?
No. I didn't think I was scared of them until I got there. Then I was like, oh, I don't really want to fall to my death. And then yeah, you go to another side and it's like a really kind of like dark sandy dirt. And then every like side has its like its own little climate as well. So like you, I don't know, you could travel like 10 minutes and you're in like the rain clouds, and then you go down to the sea and it's like 30 degrees and I'm sunburned as hell. Like, crazy. It's mental. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and it starts even just the flight in, like the airport's pretty sketchy, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of
like
out on the sea.
Thankfully, again, I'm like I'm not scared of flying, but like I understand that planes like
prefer being on the ground.
Yeah, I like
right?
the ground. Yeah. But like, yeah, so many people were saying they've had like absolutely savage like landings, and like people have kind of touched down and then have to flown off to like Lisbon and stuff, and I'm like, not for me, thank you. But yeah, thankfully ours was absolutely fine, like coming and going.
Cool.
But yeah, it literally looks like you're landing on water when you come in, and then there's like cliffs on the other side and you're like, whoa.
Madness. And what's the setup of the race like? You camping the whole week?
We camped 4 nights.
Okay.
And then we so it's the first time they've done a day over in Porto Santo, like another island. So it's like a 2-hour ferry over there.
Yeah.
And then we're in a hotel after that.
Okay.
So it's like 2 nights in a hotel, 4 nights camping. But the camping spots, we had like 2 days on one beach, 1 day in some random field, 1 day in a football field. Yeah, and then was it 4 or 5 nights? I can't remember. It's all like merged into one now. But yeah, it was cool. It was like a sick experience. Like,
yeah, and
really,
they're feeding
really
you, moving all your kit around.
Yeah, absolutely. They do all that for you. It's really cool. Like the food, they don't really understand being a vegetarian too well. So I was having to go get a protein shake at night because it was either meat or vegetables and carbs and stuff. And I was kind of getting to a point where I was like, could probably do with some protein now.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Eh?
Yeah, because obviously you need to recover after the event. And
what would you normally go to as a vegetarian to get like a good chunk of protein?
I do eat like quite a bit of tofu.
Okay.
I do eat eggs at Lawrence up the road. I get my eggs off him.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just didn't really get that. They were like, oh, you can have fish. I was like, no, I can't really.
It's not really how it works.
It's still an animal to me. So yeah, that was a bit of a challenge, but like not bad at all. Like it didn't bother me at all, and it didn't like affect my performance or my week at all. But yeah.
And how was the riding? Like, what were the trails like?
Oh man, like just insane. Like some of them are really quite hard and techy. Like there's some quite like flat ones, like really hard to like carry speed. But there's one called the Gully Track, and honestly, I went down it and I was like, that is my favourite trail of my entire life. It was like just dirt surfing, like you just like wow, and oh man, honestly, I was like finished it. I was like, what?
That's cool. A good mixture as well, right?
Yeah,
like lots of different stuff throughout the week. It's not just that you're in the Alpine all week or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. And like like you say, every trail's different. So, and I've never rode there, so it's all brand new to me. And like Madeira ice as well. Like, oh my God, that's a real thing. Like, even if it doesn't look slippy, it's slippy. Like, and you can just be upright. And then we had like 2-3 days riding before the actual race started.
Okay.
And there was one corner and it looked dreamy. And I was like, oh, I'm going to rail this. And literally my back end overtook my front end. And I'm like just laid on the floor, like still holding my bike.
And this is just like a type of rock that they have? Or?
It's just like the dirt there. Okay. It's like really like red clay dirt.
Yeah.
But even if it looks dry,
there's no grip.
There's just no grip. Yeah. It's mental. And then when it's wet, it's like lethal.
Yeah. How did you approach it? Is that your first time blind racing as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it actually is. Yeah, it's like most enduros, you get to practice for a day, don't you? So I was kind of like first couple of days, I was kind of going a little bit too flat out, I think. And I was crashing out or making stupid mistakes and getting pretty frustrated with myself. And then I was like, just chill out, Skelly. Like, what are you playing at here? You know how to ride a bike. Like, and yeah, you just kind of, instead of going, like I never go 100% on enduros because it's like a longevity act, isn't it, really? Yeah. But I kind of dropped down to probably like 80% just to kind of like keep myself steady, safe, like in control of most parts. And yeah, just kind of like just built on my lead that way, really. There was another girl, Vivi, I can't remember if she's Swedish or Swiss. I think she's Swiss. She was kind of like hot on my tail, but she ended up crashing out, I think. She broke a finger, bless her.
No.
So yeah, that kind of sucked for her, but it is, like I say, it's a week-long event. Like you've got to kind of, you've got to get through it. Yeah. Like I had a couple of big crashes. There was one crash where I mashed all my fingers up, but I didn't dare look at my fingers. So I got straight back on my bike, and I was like riding with my head up because I didn't dare look at my fingers because I genuinely thought they were like sticking out in all sorts of horrible angles. No. Like, you know, when you just can't, they go numb, don't they?
Yeah, and like, you can get away with it for a bit.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not looking. And then he finished and looked down and they were just all like bloody and scabby and stuff, but all like where they should be. So yeah, okay. It was a bonus.
That's a win. Yeah, good stuff. And how would you describe like the level of the trails, like technicality wise, if people are thinking of giving it a go? Is it like pretty gnarly? Is it all right?
There are some gnarly bits, definitely. Yeah. But nothing that's like out of the realms of like your general kind of mediocre rider.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some steep bits and some kind of like quite hard rocky chutes. But the level of riders there is like pretty like wide. Like there's some people that, not beginners by any means, but like we're kind of steady away and just plodding along and getting through. Like there's a 70-year-old guy out there, and I think it was his like maybe 5th or 6th like Transmadeira he's done.
Fair play.
Yeah, he was a boss. He was so cool. But he was just like cruising down and just getting through it, and he's just there for the event.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But then obviously you got like Bren was out there. I can't remember the French guy's name, French enduro.
Alex Rideau.
Yeah, he was out
world
there.
Champion. He was, it's cool to see the stripes.
Oh my God, he was so quick. I think he was like 4 or 5 minutes in front of Bren at the end, something like that.
Yeah, and Brendan's not exactly slow.
He's not slow, is he? So yeah, it was like a big variety of riders out there. Yeah, but nice. Everyone was super chill though, and just like really, really cool event to do.
Yeah, very a good cool vibe, like at the campsites and stuff in the evenings.
Oh yeah, like really wicked. Yeah, everyone's like super chill.
Yeah,
couple of beers. Far too many beers on the last night.
Poncha, which is the Madeiran local sauce,
That's
right?
Special stuff, man. That's like everyone you try is completely different.
Okay.
So like you'll try homemade, one, and it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm not like too merry on that. The next one, you're like, whoa, that's blown my socks off.
And I'm guessing there's like good hospitality, right? The locals are keen to see you there.
So nice. Yeah. They're lovely. Like everyone that works for Trans Madeira is sick. Like all the people that worked in the shops, like on the buses, like everything. Everyone was just like super friendly and like just really like kind of into you being there. Like there was no one that was aggy that you were riding a bike like through the high street and stuff. Like cool. Everyone was like super chill.
Yeah. So any more multi-day enduros on the list then? Like, is that giving you a bit of a hunger?
Just signed up. Well, like a couple of weeks ago, I just signed up for Enduro 2.
Okay. Yeah. Is it laid out?
It's in Verbier.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of my South Wales mates were going out there and I was getting a bit of FOMO. But I was like, I can't afford to do another one this year. And then some more spots came up and my mate Jamie texts and he's like, Skelly, fancy this? And I'm like, sod it, go on.
Excellent. That's the
like,
one
you
where
only live once, don't you?
You race in pairs, right?
Yeah, you race in pairs, yeah. So it's like, it's your... not overall time, but like you've just got to like start and finish with your partner basically. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Excellent, good stuff. Yeah, let's get a bit of background and find out kind of where all this comes from, because you were a late starter for mountain biking, but I think you were a sporty kid, right, growing up? Yeah.
So I started riding when I was 28, but I've like just always done every sport going basically. Like in school, my main sport was netball in school, actually.
Okay.
I love netball. I dream about netball all the time. Literally like 3-4 times a week I dream about netball, which is really weird.
Do you still play it?
No. I haven't played it for years.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like the netball or falling off cliffs. So yeah, I prefer the netball dreams.
Yeah.
And then I did athletics, so like a lot of running, high jump randomly.
Okay.
Football when I got to uni. I was captain of the football uni team. Hockey for a bit after that, dabbled with a little bit of climbing. Just kind of bit of everything really.
Yeah,
a lot of gym work. But yeah, it's just I just love exercise. Like it's literally my thing. Like I've never.
Can you put a finger on why? Like how that's become such a big part of your life?
I think my mum was always like really sporty when she was younger.
Yeah.
So she's always kind of. She's never like a pushy parent and like made me go to sports clubs or anything, but like she'd always like, if I wanted to try a new sport, she'd be like, yeah, go for it. Like we'll get you involved in that and stuff. And it was only like the bog standard sports like at school and stuff. But I am a people pleaser. I love to like not show off, but like I like to do well and I like to make like my family proud and stuff like that. That's like a huge thing for me. So yeah, I just did that through sport. Like I was pretty academic at school. I was never like the smart kid, but like my brother's like super smart.
Okay.
But he's crap at football and stuff, so.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. We'll let him have the brains, I'll have the brawn.
But smart enough to go to uni and study sports science, right? Which is a pretty heavy academic topic, I guess.
Yeah. And then from there, I kind of went into personal training, did the sports science degree, went to personal training.
What sort of people were you personal training at that point? Was it just general, like
it was broad? Kind of more just general people in the gym, and that's kind of eventually why I started to like sack that off a little bit. Just like I love my job, I genuinely did, but it kind of just got to the point where there's a lot of people just, I want to lose weight, tone up, but not really put that much effort in, and they didn't really have a goal, and like I was kind of getting more and more into it, and still just like not really getting. I mean, obviously you can't pick and choose what clientele you get, but like I want people that are kind of like more passionate about it and kind of actually wanted to succeed and put like 100% in.
Yeah, they put the graft in.
That's kind of what I've always done, and I couldn't really understand why people weren't.
Well, your job's kind of pointless if people aren't going to do what you ask them
exactly,
to do,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, 100%.
Bother.
Yeah. And like I'd end up being a bit blunt with them, and like and then they'd be like, Skelly, why are you being mean to me? But yeah,
people need it sometimes.
Yeah, well that's it. Yeah, they do. Like a bit of a reality check every now and then doesn't go amiss. But yeah, it was I think, when was it? I think it was just before I moved to Wales. So like probably 6 years ago, I started doing like personal training for mountain bikers. Yeah. Like an online program, which again, I really enjoyed doing. Did that for maybe like 3 years. And like I had some really good clients with that as well. But that, because it was online, it was really, really handy during lockdown because I could keep an income coming.
Yeah.
But it was still just a lot of time on the computer. And I was like, I'm not built for computer life.
It's not my vibe.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So when did mountain biking creep in then? How did you like stumble across it?
So yeah, I was 28-ish when I started riding. Which I still tell people I'm 28 now, so I'll just like give away my age there. But it, so I had a group of lads at home, like my best friends, and every weekend we'd either go to the pub or we'd go hiking in the Lake District. We'd go climbing somewhere. We'd go just something like outdoorsy, sporty. We're all like outdoorsy people. We'd camp out somewhere. And then one weekend they were all going up to Dalby Forest. And I was like, what, riding? And they were like, yeah. I was like, oh, I ain't got a bike, boys. What am I going to do? So I was like completely put out. And then I was like, right, sad this. I'm not getting left behind. Like absolute FOMO. So got online, bought myself a Cube Acid hardtail for like 700 quid, something like that. And that came and I was like, right, I'm ready. And yeah, it just went off, literally just went straight off. I could always ride a bike as a kid. Like I had that ability, but not like I'd never been to a trail centre or never kind of rode more than kind of like just, riding down a steep hill somewhere. Like it's like just not, like my brother's not into it. Like my family's never kind of been mountain bikers as such. So yeah, it was literally just like those lads that got me into it. I crashed my brains out for the first 2 years of my riding career. I crashed my brains out every single time. Like I think it was maybe my second or third ride on that bike. And I just like bombing down a hill and I tried to turn on this gravel, realised I couldn't make the turn, hit a tree square on, snapped my forks in half.
Good effort.
Like they were only like kind of made of like, I don't know, polystyrene or something, but they just like snapped in half. And I'm like, huh.
Wow. So you were all in from the start.
Yeah.
Like what was it? What was it about it that kind of kept you there? Because the experience of like going out and crashing your brains out every time you ride, for some people would be like, much fun, would you? Maybe I'll stop.
Again, I think it's just, it sounds really big-headed, but I like being good at stuff.
Yeah,
like
fair.
I don't like
who doesn't
sucking at stuff, right? So when I start a sport, like I'm all or nothing. Like I get involved really quickly, and then I'm like, I need to progress, and I can't. I'm not very happy just kind of sitting and twiddling around and like, just doing the bog standard stuff. So I think that, and then like, I just kind of got hooked in it. Like I loved being outside like all the time anyway. Like that's my thing. Like since I was a kid, like we'd always, like my mum and my stepdad, they'd always take us hiking and stuff. So like just being out in the mountains just is natural for me. Like I find it like a really comforting thing. So like we do that, and then just riding up in the lakes or in the peaks and stuff. Like it just felt normal for me, like natural. I just wish I'd bloody done it earlier.
And I'm guessing from everything you're saying there, it was natural for you to want to compete. Like you want to prove your ability through that mechanism.
I think like back then as well, like everyone was racing. Like now there's a lot of like your influencers and stuff who just ride for influencing or for the sake of riding, whereas back then I do think it was more of like a race orientated thing, I guess. Like, and honestly, like I went into my first race, I had no idea what was going on. Like
where was it?
It was at place in Market Raisin, so I'm from Lincolnshire, over the other side of the country, and it was a place called Hamilton Hill in Market Raisin, and it was, God, must have been 20-30 second track. It was tiny, but I was like, oh my God, my first ever race. Like I was so excited.
So straight into downhill then,
Yeah, I did like quite a lot of trail centre stuff, maybe like a year of just going around trail centres and kind of getting into that side of things and stuff. And then we found out about this place in Market Raisin, and then I think I'd bought myself a what's it called? A Scott. I can't remember. Scott Voltage.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was like my first like full suspension bike. yeah, and then kind of like I bought the full face helmet and stuff, and like a little time hop popped up of me like posing with my full face helmet on the other day. I was like, oh, what a comper.
Everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah, well, this is it.
And how was that first race experience?
Well, I came last, but that was also second. So I was kind of happy with it.
Yeah, take that podium.
And the girl that won, she called Jennifer Wilson. And I think she was doing nationals at the time.
Okay.
And I was maybe like, it was quite a long time for 20 seconds. I think it's like 5 seconds behind her, which is quite a big gap. But in my head, I was also like, well, I want that crap.
Yeah, and if she's racing nationals, then okay.
And then she kind of, my first race team was actually her and her partner's race team called Wolfpack something. It was awful. The kit was horrendous. I shouldn't say that, but it was terrible. I was like, you want me to wear that? But like, yeah, then I kind of like got involved with those a little bit and kind of started doing more like really like small level races. But I was like really intimidated, like super intimidated. I was like, what am I doing here?
By the scene or?
Yeah, just I think because when I do like I say, when I do sports, I am kind of generally at a decent level with it. Like whenever I've competed in running and netball and stuff, like I've always kind of not like a high level. I've never been an elite at anything.
Okay.
But like I'm generally pretty good at stuff, and like I was kind of felt like I was going into these races and just being a bit crap and like just being a bit like making up the numbers type job.
Okay.
But I was also so like keen to learn and progress. So yeah, that kind of helped me get there, I guess.
Did you find it like a welcoming scene?
100%. Yeah. Everyone was like just stoked that you're there, and especially being a girl as well. Like I don't know what some people say that girls don't feel particularly welcome at these kind of events, but I've never had anything adverse to that at all. Like I've always been like everyone's like, hey chick, get on.
That's cool.
Type thing. Yeah, like I've honestly never had any like boundaries with that. I think people make boundaries for themselves a little bit. But yeah, I've never had any problem in that respect.
Good stuff. And Uber bikes kind of came on board at some point and were kind of quite a big part, I think, of the early phase of your racing career.
Yeah. So they, I think I got that sponsorship from one of those the small races at Hammer Hill. I think they sponsored that.
Okay.
So they kind of became aware of me then. And then they were like started just giving like a couple of brake pads here and there, like some discs and stuff. And then I kind of got to know the boys better, like, and we got on really well with them. And they ended up getting me on SPS.
Yeah, so this was Steve Peat.
Yeah, the Steve Peat Syndicate. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, Steve Peat. Like I've never met him before, and I'd like, because obviously I started so late, like I don't have like heroes in the sport or anything like that, you know, because I just don't really know who anyone is.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'd heard of Steve Peat, and I was like, oh, he's pretty sick, isn't he?
He's kind of the big dog.
He's kind of a big boy, isn't he? And yeah, so I met him, and I'm like, oh my God, someone famous. But yeah, I was completely like starstruck. But when I got over that, it was just like cool to just be around those people as well, because like the other guys on the race team, they were actually like good racers, and kind of I learned so much from them. Like Jay Williamson, he is like, I love him to bits. He's such a nice kid. He's a full grown man now, isn't he? But like he helped me a lot when I first started racing for those guys, and then I think I was on them for a year, and then they're like, right, Skelly, let's get you some World Cups. And I'm like, really? And I was like, I was not prepared for that at all.
Interesting.
My first World Cup ever was Lords in the wet.
Good effort.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw my bike in the sea after that.
Where was your riding at that point? Like, how would you rate yourself now that you look back on that?
Yeah, not good enough for Lords in the wet.
Okay.
Like, yeah, absolutely not. Like, honestly, I was black and blue after that weekend. Like, I hated it, if I'm honest. Like, I want to look back and say, yeah, I'm really stoked I did that, but I was intimidated. I was like, why am I here? Complete imposter syndrome. Like, you're not good enough to be here. I wasn't good enough to be there.
Were you expecting to feel like that? Did you go thinking, oh, this is all going to be fine and fun?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because like, I was kind of doing okay in like the British scene at that point. But I just don't think I realised how much of a step up to like the World Cup scene, like how much that was. And especially there, like I think if I'd started at maybe like a nicer track, I wouldn't have felt so horrendous.
Yeah, that place in the wet.
Oh my God.
Especially some of the steeper sections of that track. Like.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the video of me crashing on that, that steppy wall thing into the left-hander.
Yeah, I've not seen your particular crash.
I'll send you after this. It was horrendous. Okay. And I just remember Deeks, I know him quite well now. I think there was Deeks and Ollie and maybe Sam Pilgrim. I think they were out there just spectating. And I remember having a horrendous crash in front of them and they all just took the piss. And I'm like, boys, help me out here.
Just what you need.
Yeah. So at that point, I was just like, no, I don't think this is for me.
Fair play. Didn't put you off though, right?
No, I did. I tried a few more World Cups. I never qualified.
Okay.
Like I think I maybe got close a couple of times, but I don't know. I just hadn't kind of perfected racecraft at that point. Okay. I still don't think I have now at all, but I could ride okay.
Yeah.
Like I felt like my riding was good, but I've and still to this point, there's maybe like one or two race runs in my entire like career, if you want to call it that, that I'm actually pleased with.
Okay.
Like I just don't race as well as I know I can ride, which is really frustrating.
I think a pretty common
I think so
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you've got closer? You said
I've
like
definitely
your
got closer.
racecraft wasn't there then. Do you feel like you've made improvements?
I do, and that's through kind of I think chatting to a lot of people about like the kind of psychology of it.
Okay.
And it's something I kind of want to, like, in terms of like my coaching and like coaching other people, is something that I want to kind of get more into.
Yeah.
And kind of, I've been looking at doing like coaching psychology courses to then kind of like develop that and kind of pass that information on and stuff as well.
What do you feel like you've developed personally that's helped, like on that psychological side? Because there's a lot of pressure, especially with downhill, right?
Yeah, for sure. One of my, two of my hacks, which will probably not relate to anything, but smiling on the start gate.
Okay.
It releases endorphins and then it kind of relaxes you. I look like a maniac because I'm like, like literally just grinning, and like the start marshal's like, are you okay? And then also cleaning my teeth before a race run.
Okay.
I know that's really random, but like I'm a big teeth cleaner anyway. I like clean teeth, but just the freshness in my mouth.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think, clean teeth, clean slate, clean mind.
Yeah.
Like if you're, I don't know, if your like house is a bit of a mess, like I struggle to kind of like focus on, if I had to do a load of work, I'd have to like clean my house before I then have to do the work. So yeah, for me, it was that kind of thing.
And it's a trigger as well, I guess. Like, it's like, okay, I'm brushing my teeth. We're going racing.
We're going to go race. Yeah. I'm sure there's some like deep unnerving psychological issue there somewhere, but here we are.
Interesting. But if it works,
if it works, right? Yeah.
So that's become part of your process.
That's become part of my process. And I think as well, just kind of trying to force myself to relax. And again, which is probably like side of the smiling thing. And just kind of like, I guess, kind of breaking the race down into chunks. And I kind of chat to myself as well when I race. Like,
really?
Yeah.
And like actually out loud or in your head?
I don't know, actually. I'm hoping it's in my head. Sometimes it's definitely out loud.
Yeah.
A lot of it's not always positive. Like I've called myself some pretty horrendous words.
Okay.
But yeah, usually like if I know I've hit a corner well, or I've done a section well, I'm like, right, nice one, Scully, got through that section, like on to the next, like, and I just kind of like chat my way through it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that kind of seems to work. And like, I think as well, like I talk to my like younger, like some of the younger girls that I coach about this as well. Like sometimes other people can get in your head, right? So like if you're on a start gate and either someone's pissing you off or someone's like, oh, I can't believe you're not doing that. Why aren't you doing that? I'm doing it. And like, I'm like, no, I don't need that in my head. So like, I just remove myself, and like, I might look a bit rude, but I'll just walk away. I'll go do my own thing.
Yeah,
like
100%.
You don't need to be influenced by that person, or even just to a point where like, I very rarely watch other people go off the start gate.
Okay.
Because I don't want to see how fast they look, and I don't want to see, it's like what they're doing is no influence on what I'm doing. Like it's no bearing on how fast I'm going to go. Yeah. I've done what I need to do, and it's only me to blame. Like I can't be looking at other people and thinking, oh my God, they look really fast there, or, you know.
Easier said than done.
Very much, yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I think like if you can control the controllables, and get all your ducks in the row. Is that the right word? Is that the right saying?
Yeah,
ducks in the row. Yeah, get your ducks in the row, and then anything else that happens outside of that, it's out of your control anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't do out about it.
So will you generally turn up to the start pretty late, kind of thing, or will you just make sure you're there?
I also get a bit panicky that I'm gonna like
that's my
miss
thing. We're always there way too early, freezing cold.
Yeah. But if that situation, I'll go for a walk.
Okay.
I'll like go do my own thing somewhere else. I'll go do a little warm up somewhere. Like sometimes I'm not, like they're the more serious races.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I'll just like have a chat and kind of go to the people that I know are my good friends and kind of just have like a chill out with those and have a laugh and a giggle and kind of relax myself that way. But yeah, I'm not someone that gets really like, you know, some people like get really like psyched up for the race run and stuff. I'm like, that makes me more nervous.
Okay.
So I like try and
quite
I try to.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a bit of a giggly mess before I start, but that's me trying to relax myself.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I'm probably like absolutely crapping myself underneath, but I'm trying. I think if you portray that, then some of it's got to like filter in, right?
Yeah, fair.
That's how it works in my head anyway.
Yeah. And you're not carrying a toothbrush and toothpaste at Trans Madeira, right?
No.
You're not doing it before every stage.
Oh my God, honestly, the amount of times I was like, I could really do with cleaning my teeth now, guys.
Have you tried like a mint or something to get that fresh food?
I do like on like home enduros carry mints around with me. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't in Madeira. I was like, it's a step too far, Skelly. Just get over yourself a little bit.
Fair enough. It's a holiday as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gotta have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Fair play. So was it hard then to like accept that World Cup wasn't for you? Like you're this driven person, you like to succeed. Like you say, you're a people pleaser, you want to demonstrate your ability. Was it hard to walk away from it?
Yes and no. So like, no, it wasn't, because I didn't enjoy them. Like genuinely, I was just like, I was just intimidated all the time. Like I felt like I shouldn't be there. Like, and it's something that I had to kind of accept, because I was like, sometimes people do fail, and I was like, I don't like it, but like, I know where my limitations are. Like, I didn't feel like I was getting better and like any better as a rider. So I was like, I maybe just need to step back a little bit and kind of see where we're at. But then I think when I stopped doing that, I enjoyed the riding more, and kind of actually rode more and just enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't like, I was still racing and everything, but it wasn't like me thinking, oh God, I've got like Lenza Hyde in 3 months' time, I need to train for that. Or I've got Fort Bill, and you know, and like, I think a lot of it was when my mum passed away. Like, so she passed away in the April, and I think Fort Bill World Cup, which I've been training really hard for, was in like the May or the June or something like that. Yeah. And I told her that I was going to take her up to come and watch the World Cup. Obviously, she bloody pegged it before then, bit rude. But yeah, like that was, for me, I'd like I say, I'd always wanted to make her proud. Yeah. And not in a depressing way, but like, because she wasn't there, I was just a little bit like, well, who have I got to do it for now?
What am I doing? Yeah.
Like, and I kind of did have that mentality for a while. Like, I don't really think like that now.
Yeah.
Like, I still think I'm not a believer in like, she's kind of up there somewhere looking down really. But like, then there is a part of me that's also like, well, maybe she can see what I'm doing still. And, you know, just want to keep going for that really.
Yeah, it's a nice way to look at it, whether it's reality or not.
Yeah,
like if it makes you feel good about life and doing what you do, then there's a belief worth having.
And there's still my brother that I like to make proud. He's not into racing at all, so he just thinks I'm a bloody idiot. But yeah, like I send him pictures of like the podiums and like some of the like out in Madeira and stuff, and he's like, "Wow, that's so cool that you just like get to do that."
It's very cool. And I mean, you race a lot and you've had a lot of success, right? I think you've been like Welsh Enduro champion, British Enduro champion. You've won downhill nationals. Like, there's a lot of good results to your name, but I kind of don't see you so much as a racer for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on why.
Actually. Yeah.
Is that a conscious thing from your side? Like, how have you thought about how you've positioned yourself in the mountain bike world? Does that make sense?
Not really. It's just kind of accidental, I guess. Like, obviously I do race, but like I very much also been someone I'm not out there to chase podiums, or I'm not out there to chase series leads and stuff like that. Like I was at one point, and I got to a point, like I said earlier, that like I wasn't enjoying it that much. So I have kind of pulled back, and I'm now in a position where I'm like, that race looks cool. I'll go do that. That one, I enjoy Fort William. I'll go do that one. I enjoy racing Llangollen. I'll do that one. So I am kind of at a point where I can just pick and choose what I want to do, because I like that kind of riding, or like that one it's a good after party at that one or something, you know, like, it's like, I feel I'm very fortunate in terms of what I can do. Obviously I still work full time. I'm not like, everyone seems to think that I'm like a full-time rider, and I'm like, I've got 3 jobs, brother. Like,
this is real.
Like I graft, man. But yeah, like I am in a fortunate position that I have some amazing sponsors, and they like look after me so well that I can kind of pick and choose what race I want to do, and they're not expectant that I should do X amount of races a year, or I have to do this amount of content a year. They're all like pretty chill with me.
That's cool. It feels like since you made the decision to step away from World Cup and found more enjoyment in the racing by picking and choosing and that kind of thing, that whole sponsorship thing around you is probably the best now that it's ever been. Did you feel that changed once you were...
I think so, yeah. It just kind of... I was able to kind of pick sponsors that are kind of authentic to what I want and what I believe in. Like, I don't need like little bits of plastic that, you know, like just stupid things that people try and give you all the time and stuff. And I'm like, it's really nice and it's a cool idea, but I'm not into it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, like the sponsors I have are ones that I want to work with and I want to promote and I want to kind of be an ambassador for, like, and I think I am quite authentic with that. Like, I try to be anyway. And I think in terms of kind of promoting it, like, it makes me cringe a little bit when I see other people's way of, and like, it's each to their own. Like, I've got no judgment on anyone, but I feel the way I kind of promote stuff is pretty authentic to my riding, to my lifestyle. However it is, like, I couldn't go out and kind of do like the vlogging and stuff like that. Like, I massive like respect to people that do it, but a lot of people are always like, why don't you do vlogs, do this, do that? And I'm like, because I hate talking to a camera. Like, it's not me. Like, I can barely string a sentence together when there's a camera in front of me. I'm like doing really well right now, but
you're doing a very good job. Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And it might change in the future. I don't know. Like, I might get more confident with it, but yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Have those sponsors come to you? Have you gone to them? Like, how's that all come together?
Most of them came to me.
Okay.
And like, I've had the majority of my sponsors now for like a good 4 or 5 years, I think. And there's a couple of new ones. but the majority of the ones are kind of the people that I've kind of got solid relationships with now. And I want to continue working with them. Like, I don't want to be someone who kind of flits around with sponsorship and kind of this, that, and the other. And I want to be like I say, like authentic and kind of loyal to the people that have helped me through the years.
Yeah.
Because they've stuck by me. Like, I've had a few injuries and stuff, and whilst I have been injured, they've still kind of like stood by their side of the bargain and everything. So like, I want to kind of repay that and help those guys out as well.
Nice. It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking OnlyFans came your way?
They did once, actually. Yeah.
Talk us through that.
That was a firm no.
So was it a good offer? Like,
I didn't really get to the side where there was an offer.
Okay.
They'd literally just messaged me saying, we really like your content. We'd like to kind of like promote it more, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The usual kind of stuff that you get. And I was quite straight down the line. I was like, well, kind of looks a bit seedy.
Yeah. Looks a little bit like a porn site.
Yeah. And yeah, they were like, oh, but it's not. Like, loads of athletes do it now. And obviously Lee Buchanan does it.
Yeah.
Mermaid, I forgot her name, Emma Olsen, is it?
Olsen, yeah.
I mean, she's like a hell of a rider.
Yeah.
Like, she's amazing. But it's just like, I keep going back to what would my mum think if I was on a bloody porn site, right? And I know it's not a porn site for everyone, but yeah, like,
still has that.
It has that stigma with it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you think that will change? Do you think that's starting to change? Do you think it will change?
I think
like,
it is starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd ever be for me.
No,
like
fair.
Yeah, I just. Yeah. Unless I get really, really skin, and then but no, I don't think it's a line that I want to go down.
You did set the internet alight by licking a pair of Fox 40s.
I did.
Like that, I've seen that picture.
It's funny, hasn't
shared
it?
by so many people online,
and the comments on it are so funny.
Unreal.
And that was literally like I was kind of taking the piss a little bit out of like some girls that do ride and some girls that do kind of flaunt it a little bit. And also a little bit of a dig at a few companies that only sponsor girls that do stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
So it was, if you go back to the original post, it was a little bit of tongue in cheek, or not, as the case may be. And then it just blew up and went mental. And I was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But Fox saw the funny side of it. And Silverfish, who obviously supplied the fork. So thankfully, didn't go too wrong in that department. But yeah, man, honestly, some of the, like, I've got hate from that as well.
Crazy,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, mad. Like, someone like screenshotted it and is like, can't believe girls have to like go this low to get sponsorship, and she must be a crap rider if she's doing this. And I then go into their account and look at them and I'm like, bro, come on.
You need some coaching, dude.
Yeah, just send in my number over. But yeah, like I think people take things way too seriously. Like, I'm not a very serious person, unfortunately. Like, I can be serious, but 99% of the time I'm like taking the piss out of myself or someone else.
Yeah. And you had another post that went a bit viral, which was exactly that way, with you falling over in a stream.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking you sold that post?
I did. I sold that too.
How does that work?
What's it called? Viral Hog.
Right.
So they contacted me and like, we'd like to buy this, blah, blah, blah. And then every time it gets like shared on like various sites or like TV programs or something, I get like a bit of money out of it.
Nice.
So I ended up making probably like $1.50, something like that off it.
I fall over in a stream every day.
Yeah,
for
I know, right?
That's right.
I mean, it's over like a couple of years, but yeah, like.
Interesting.
And again, I was just like taking the piss out of myself, like trying to do the old Timothy hair flick, because I was just it was day at Dyfi and it was just the wettest day in the world. So I thought, oh, this would be funny. And then it really bruised my bum on that, actually.
Oh, well, for $1.50.
Worth it, isn't it?
It's
yeah,
worth it.
I take a bruised bum.
I didn't even know that happened. I didn't know people bought posts like that.
Didn't until
well, so.
and then it like goes on like. I don't think it was ever on You've Been Framed, but like the American equivalent of it and stuff like that. And
amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool. So over the years then, you sort of like, as you've fallen more and more into mountain biking, you've kind of shifted your career and your work life towards that as well. And you mentioned earlier you'd had enough of sitting in front of a computer screen and wanted to be outside more. Talk us through a little bit like how you've shaped what your normal week looks like.
So I've always kind of thought about coaching, but never, again, I think it's like a self-confidence thing. I've never really kind of thought, I'm actually good enough to do that. And I'm a personal trainer by trade. So I was like, I can just stick to that or whatever. But then it was Dyfi that contacted me, actually. They were like, we'd like you to coach at the park. I was like, I'm not actually a coach, guys. So they put me through my coaching qualifications,
sweet.
Which is really, really cool of them. And then, it kind of went from there, really. And I've just developed that more and more. And I'm loving it. Like, I genuinely love it. Like, every day I'm at Dyfi, like, I think it's amazing. And I've started doing it at Langdegla now. I do a little bit over in Llangollen. I've started doing a little bit of work with British Cycling as well.
Okay, nice.
So it's just kind of, again, kind of accidental-ish.
Yeah. Like,
it's just kind of like happened. Like, it's not something that I particularly pushed for or kind of thought, right, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, it's just kind of happened. Which seems to be a common theme in my life. I just kind of like just cruise along and like nice things happen, and
it's often the best way. Let things come to you.
Absolutely, yeah. But like I say, I am looking at doing like a psychology coaching qualification, so then I can kind of like put that in with a package, if you like. I think with coaching as well, because like I've done personal training for so many years, I understand how people learn, and understand how they respond to different like kind of types of coaching. Like, some people like, explain to them, like, literally do this because this will happen then, and put your heels down because then you get more grip on your back tire, and like whatever it is, like they like to learn the theory behind it. Other people like, just show me what to do and I'll do it. And I'm like, okay. Other people need constant like reiteration. So like, I'm literally riding behind them going, heels down, stand up straight, look forward. Like, so like, it's just kind of figuring out in quite a short amount of time how that person responds to the coaching. But I think because, like I say, I've done years of personal training, like I understand that quite quickly, and like I think that helps. Hopefully helps.
That's cool.
And I think because I'm quite a personable person, like I get on with everyone. Like there's not one person that I can't have a conversation with.
Yeah, you build rapport quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I can kind of jump into people's way of life pretty quickly, and kind of understand their needs and what they want from their coaching session pretty easily. So nice. Yeah, it's quite a bonus.
Yeah, and you've been coaching some rapid young women.
Oh man, like I'm coaching a girl tomorrow, a young kid tomorrow. I think she's 13 now, Annie. She's quick. Like, I'm genuinely a bit like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like
you have to put some work into keep up.
Like, it's quality. It's so good to see him, and because I've been working with a few of them for like a few years now, the increase in pace and confidence on them all is just insane. Like, so it cool, blows my mind. Like, I'm like, God, I wish I was as cool as you at that age. Like, I was still running around in a football kit.
Yeah, you've not even seen a mountain bike, right?
Literally, no. Yeah, like, oh man, I was still doing the Fosbury Frop or whatever it's called.
It's cool though, right? It feels like there's a lot of young women like on the way up. Not just in the UK, but across the world, right? Yeah. Like, there's so many young women finding the sport. Oh my God, riding at a hell of a level.
Yeah, and like you go to like the national rounds and stuff, and the biggest like women's categories are the younger girls. Yeah. Like it's the youth and the juniors and stuff, and like I'm like, God, it's so sick to see. Like,
that's really cool.
Oh man, I love it, honestly. I was coaching at Langdegla this morning. There was just loads of like girls and boys, but just a little like groms just kind of like cruising around trying to do whips in front of their dads and stuff, and I'm like, that's so sick.
That is very cool. How has the women's side of the sport changed since you've been involved in it? Because
huge.
In it a few years now, and it feels like the rate of progress and the amount of women coming into the sports
massively,
like, just accelerating the whole time.
Like, so when I first started competing, there was maybe like 3-4 people in a race, like women, in a race. So you'd always podium, which is awesome. But like in terms of where you were in the grand scheme of things, like against the boys and that, like we were pretty low level, like we weren't amazing. But I think like the more people that got into it, there's like a lot of women only events and like a lot of like coaches kind of focusing on women and stuff. Like I think it's just like grown massively, and it's seen as a sport that is kind of like for women now as well. Like it still is a very male orientated sport, but we're slowly like breaking those boundaries down. And I do think like, again, like a lot of, I'll be careful how I say this, a lot of people put boundaries for themselves up because they are a woman. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you've got to get involved. Like you've got to put yourself forward. Like no one's going to do that for you. You've got to just step in, and it might be intimidating, it might be scary, but like I used to just go to bike parks by myself and stuff. Like I'd be like, well, I'll find someone to chat to. And like, again, like, I mean, it maybe takes a certain kind of person to do that. And a lot of people don't have the confidence. And that's where the ladies' days do come in.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't think people should rely on those kind of female only events. I think girls just get involved, man. Like just go out and do it. Like it's going to be hard and intimidating, but like
people seem pretty supportive. I mean, I'm coming at this from a male perspective, obviously, but like I feel like there's a much more welcoming response at trail centres and places like these days than maybe there would have been 20 years ago. Yeah, definitely. And like I say, I've never had any like reason to kind of say no, this guy dropped in front of me first because blah blah blah, whatever. Like that's never happened to me. I don't know whether I'm just lucky and fortunate, I don't know, but that I've never had those kind of boundaries put in front of me. But I know some people do feel like that, but like I say, like there's a lot of, like you say, trail centers that are kind of like really open to women coming, and like everyone's doing like women only days now. And there's more like, you're more likely to bump into other women at a trail centre these days than you would have been, I think.
Definitely. Yeah.
And in fact, like it kind of surprised me, but Dyfi was the first place I was ever outnumbered by women on the uplift. And Dyfi's like a super gnarly spot.
Yeah,
like, it's definitely not a beginner place.
Not at all, no.
And it was really cool to be like, hang on a minute. It took me a little while to realise.
That's it, isn't it?
I think you might have been in the bus actually, where I was like, this is the first time I've
outnumbered.
been outnumbered by women at a bike venue, which is cool,
sick,
right?
Isn't it?
It's changing.
Yeah, it is definitely changing. And like you say, like the level is just going up and up and up. Like everyone's a shredder nowadays.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
And everyone's like doing these Suez, and there's little Ellie from MB Cycles who's doing backflips now. And I'm like, what? Like I did one to Resi once, and I was like, nope, that's me done.
Done.
Yeah,
quite like the neck.
One and done. Yeah. Like too old for that business now.
Amazing. And you've been involved with Evolve, right? Along with Sean and Vero and people.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, because you've had some cool sessions.
Yeah, I've had some really cool sessions with that. And again, that was just like, it kind of started off as like just a way to push a bit of free ride into the UK. Obviously, like that's more of a Vero type thing. And then we were like, well, why don't we just make it like a bit of everything? So like, obviously Sean at the time was more enduro, I was more downhill.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, let's just combine and kind of get our heads together and figure something out. And we just had a couple of pints and chatted it over, and we were like, right, well, let's do this. And it just ended up being a really, really cool thing. Like, we kind of didn't expect it to be as big as it was, especially the first event at Revs. Like,
yeah, that was insane. The turnout.
Man, it was like, and we were like having to get more tickets for it. Like, we were like, crap, we weren't expecting this. We hadn't like got a logistics plan for this one.
How many women were there on the day? Over 100.
Yeah, I think it was about 130.
That's incredible.
It was sick. Yeah, it was really cool, and like, it was just a really cool, chilled vibe as well, because we'd like Revs closed the actual bike park to everyone else as well, so it was like a closed day, and it was so, there wasn't that intimidation factor, like, and I know I've kind of like gone against what I've just said, but like people do feel intimidated.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like I say, I go I don't know, if I was going to Whistler tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my God, everyone's a shredder here, man. Like
100%. Or you get off the bus at Dyfi and like Charlie Hatton's behind you.
Exactly.
And
you're like,
you can go first.
Yeah, literally. So we just thought it'd like completely eliminate that factor of it. It's a safe space in terms of like, you're not going to have like a load of like fast guys kind of skidding up behind you and stuff like that, which does happen, unfortunately. Like, people react to it differently, but it does happen. And it was also like a lot of feedback we've had from women when we just spoke to them. It's like, oh, I haven't got any girlfriends to ride with. Like, I just want some chicks to ride with.
Yeah, just a bit of a crew.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And I've never been one for really riding with chicks. I've always just, like, my whole life, I've always had, like, guy friends. Like, so for me, riding with chicks was different as well. Like, I've never really kind of done that. And I'm like, whoa, girl trains are the best, man. Like, it was sick. And everyone's just, like, so supportive. Like, and you kind of, I don't know, you eliminate the kind of, like, cliquiness and, like, it's just, like, really cool, like, event and atmosphere, and like we're definitely keen to put some more on as well.
Sweet.
I think we want to get another one at Revs again, and like the one we did a collaboration with Care Zeus a couple of weeks back, that was really cool. It was only like a small event,
had like a Sunday
it was just like super chill, and like everyone was nice, and like everyone smelled good, and like, you know, like
doesn't stink of body armor.
Exactly. Like we know how to wash ourselves, so you know.
This is true. How was the new track at Care Zeus? Did you ride it?
The pheasant one, that was sick.
I've only seen clips. I've not been since
it's only like a really short bit of track.
Yeah.
But I'd be torrential in this weather. But like, it's just like wash, and then there's just roost everywhere.
Nice.
You need to be first in the train though.
I need to get back there. It
was sick. I haven't rode there for a long time, but I really enjoyed it there actually. Cool place.
Nice. You like a challenge?
I do.
Talk us through Ninja Warrior.
Oh God. That was so. I'd never even watched the program.
Okay.
Right. So, the gym that I worked at, some of the girls were like, like they had some the hoop things, you know, like the blah blah blah, and they're like, I could do it like quite easily. I'm a bit of a monkey. Like I'd always just hang around in trees and stuff. So like I've always kind of like just been quite agile in that kind of respect. And like, Skelly, you should go for this. And I'm like, yeah, go on then, whatever. And applied, and I got through like to the interview process, and you basically go into a big sports hall, and you've got to show that you've got some form of athletic ability,
right? Or
you're gonna do some breakdancing on stage or something like that, right? So they're looking for two kind of people, looking for someone that's actually relatively good at it, or someone that's going to be a show pony. And there was a few show ponies, but ended up getting through that, like the whatever they're called, the
like a screen test,
all that kind of stuff, and then they were like, right, you're in this show, and I'm like, whoa. Got pretty quick.
It's a pretty big TV show, I would imagine. Like, the audience must be pretty big.
Huge audience. And then the obstacles in it are way bigger in real life.
Okay.
Insanely bigger.
Yeah.
And you don't get to practice it.
Yeah.
You literally go at the start of the day, so you get there at like, it's pretty early, it was like 7-8 o'clock in Manchester, and you meet everyone. You have to do your like look at me type thing, like some horrendous poses and bit of blue steel and all that lot. And then you watch a professional ninja go through the course, and then you basically ninja. I know, right?
Imagine having that on your CV.
Innit?
That's good.
That's my next thing I need to do.
Oh yeah.
And then you basically go sit in a room and watch everybody else do it. So you get called out one by one. You have your order for the day. And then, that's literally like the process of the day.
You had done some practice though, right? Because there is a Ninja Warrior experience place.
Yeah, so I did that the day before.
Obviously.
And there was like one where you do something up quite high up, and then I fell into a foam pit. And I literally plummeted to the bottom of the foam pit. So like missed the foam somehow. And like my ankle can be a little bit dodgy sometimes. It kind of popped out and in. Only like really quickly. So it wasn't like a full dislocation or anything. And I was like, this is no. So if you watch on the thing, you can see my ankles like really strapped up. And I was like, oh, not the best start.
It's not ideal, is it?
And I think I'd also had like a big crash like the week before and stuff. So I've got really bruised legs. I've got like cuts on my hands and stuff. So I was not in the best condition to be on telly. And then, so on the day, like I was the last person to go. So I'd literally, I think it was probably about 7-8 o'clock at night. So I'd literally been sat in a room all day waiting for it to start. And then you go out and you're like, oh my God, there's so many people. What am I doing in my life? It was a cool thing to do.
Pretty intimidating though, to go and like perform in that way in front of a live audience in the venue and knowing it's going to be on telly.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
What was the response like?
It was really cool.
Yeah,
everyone was buzzing for it. And like people still kind of bang on about it now, and I'm like, really? Ninja Warrior? Like,
it's cool.
Yeah,
it's a big deal, I think.
Like I think because I've never really watched the program, it wasn't a huge deal for me.
Yeah,
it was cool and I enjoyed doing it, but it's never something like Gladiators.
I was going to say, surely Gladiators
like,
is the next thing,
I'd
right?
Buzzing. Yeah, I would like to do Gladiators because Kerry Wilson?
Yeah, from
she
Scotland.
Did it. Yeah. She's a hell of a chick. I love her.
Yeah. She did well as well.
She did really well, yeah. I don't know if I'd be like, my shoulders are so bad now. Like I
loose kind of.
Yeah, so I had dislocated that one a while back and had an operation on it, and I just don't think it'd hang tough.
And getting rugby tackled by big girls.
Big women. They're quite scary.
But it'd be such a cool experience.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. I would, genuinely. Like, it has crossed my mind. I've half applied for it before.
The application has not been fully completed though.
Yeah, it was a half application. It was quite a hard application. I was
like, really?
Oh, there's a lot of thinking about this.
It's a lot of writing.
Yeah. It might. Watch this space. Might happen.
Okay, interesting. And then along the lines of a challenge, you decided to have a crack at doing an Everest.
I did. Yeah.
And you chose the Dyfi Bike Park up Left Road as the venue. 27 laps for an Everest.
25. It worked
25 laps.
Yeah.
Not the easiest, I wouldn't have thought. Like, there's quite a steep punch towards the end of that.
Yeah, there's a few punchy bits in there that you don't really know about until you've pedalled up it.
Okay.
There's like 3 punchy bits and they're all brutal. It's like, whoa. But yeah, I think, so again, like back to the authenticity thing. People were like, oh, you can make it so much easier for yourself. Go do it on a road bike somewhere, or do it on a gravel bike, or do it, or even like do it at Dyfi, but do it on an XC bike. And I'm like, but that's not the bike I ride. Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, what's the point in that? I might as well just do it on a turbo. Like, that's like how my brain works. I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I want to be authentic to myself and my riding as possible. So the bike park that I work at, I was like, tick.
Yeah.
Like on my Aerial 60, Saracen, tick. I did change to double down tyres rather than DH that I normally ride, but I didn't really.
You still probably don't need double downs for an Everest, so good effort.
And I chose a super tacky one, which I didn't realise.
Oh, nice.
One of the lads were like, why on earth are you riding with a super tacky tyre? On the back, yeah. And I was like, it's just one that I had left over. Like,
excellent.
But that was sick. That was.
How do you train for that? Like, are you in a state where you feel like you can go do that, or were you specifically?
No, I trained hard for that. Yeah, like I can pedal. Like I can. Before I decided to do it, I could probably do like 1,000 to 2,000 meter day elevation. Okay-ish.
Be sore afterwards, but you get it done,
I could get it done. I'd muscle my way through it. Yeah. But the thought of doing an Everest, so my friend Sam Robson and Jack Perry and another guy, they did one at South in Bike Park Wales.
Yeah.
And it kind of just got the cogs turning a little bit, because I remember like chatting to the boys about it, and I was like, you're mental. Like, how on earth can you do that? Like, I genuinely can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
And then stupid skelly brain starts going, and it's like, oh, well, what if you could? And
it's such a cool the simplicity of the concept and the fact that it's Everest. There's something that appeals to me, and I'm so far from being able to do it. But it is the
simplicity of it, isn't it? And like, you just keep going till it's done.
Yeah,
like that's all you got to do. You've got a job to do. Start pedaling, keep pedaling until it's done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no complexity to it. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. It's just, I was like, oh, okay, job to do. Off we go.
So you then, obviously know how to build a training plan.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I've always done a lot of gym work, complete gym bunny. And I had to reduce that a lot, which hurt me actually. I hated it. Like, I kind of felt like my muscles like withering away like a little old lady. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. But like I was doing maybe 2 or 3 turbo sessions a week, probably more actually. Cause I was trying to do, when I first started, I kind of went a little bit too all in.
Okay.
And kind of, I didn't burn myself out, but I kind of felt I was getting to that point where I'm like, whoa, I need to like reel her in a little bit here.
Yeah.
So I was trying to go to the gym in the morning and do a lot of like cardio based exercises, but as well as kind of doing like a lot of, not like strength work, but doing a bit just to kind of keep on top of things. Yeah. And then I come home and I do like up to 2-3 hours on the turbo,
like zone 2 kind of stuff, or mixture?
Bit of mixture.
Okay.
So like a lot of it was quite cruisy.
Yeah.
But then also I'd get a bit bored of doing cruisy stuff. So then I'd be like, oh well, I'd go a little bit harder here, or I'd do like one of the programs. I didn't do. So I was on Zwift, so I didn't do a lot of the actual programs where it's like, do this for this amount of time, do this for this amount of time, or whatsoever. I generally kind of like just pick one with a high elevation in.
Okay.
And Saddleback gave me I can't remember the name of the bike. Like a really cool like indoor trainer type bike. Which I'm really fortunate with because I had the worst turbo trainer in the world, and I was like, I cannot do it on this.
Yeah, the modern stuff is so much better.
So good, honestly. I was like, oh, it's incredible, this thing, and I just enjoyed riding it.
Yeah,
and I love figures. Like I love looking at elevation figures. I love looking at what my heart rate's doing, what watts I'm putting out. Like I'm a geek with it. Like I love it. I like sit on my Strava after I ride, and I'm like, whoa, look at that, and like proper geek. So yeah, you just kind of. I was doing that, and like obviously trying to ride every single weekend. And like when I was coaching at Dyfi, I'd go to Dyfi early. So I'd like leave the house at like 5, half 5, get there for like 7ish and try and do like a couple of laps before I start coaching, and then coach for all day. And then I'd maybe do another turbo session at night, or so like
just volume, really.
It's volume. Yeah, literally just volume. Like I said, I got to a point where I think I was doing a little bit too much. I was kind of just a bit not burnt out, but like I wasn't as frothing for it as I should have been, or as I normally am for training. Yeah. And that for me is like a telltale sign that like I'm doing too much when I haven't got that enthusiasm to train, because training is everything to me. I love it. I absolutely love going to the gym. I love burying myself in whatever I do. Like, again, probably more psychological issues going on, but it works for me. Yeah, so like, I don't care.
You picked up a stress fracture in the like run up.
Yeah. So I actually picked that up last maybe like February.
Okay.
So I was actually training for High Rocks at the time.
Right.
Which was like just something I picked up over winter just to kind of like keep me off the dirt outside. Like I just wanted to like train indoors for a bit, you just get a bit over it, don't you? So I started training for High Rocks, and I've just like upped my volume of running. And I competed in the Manchester one. I think it was in January, and I'd actually done pretty well in it. And I chatted to a few people, and they were like, if you actually like knuckle down with this, you could like qualify for the world champs. So I was like, whoa, cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I was like, oh, just try it. Give it a go, you know?
Yeah, why not?
And so then I kind of like really up my volume of running and doing the High Rocks based training. And then like my hip started hurting. It's like the top of my femur. And I actually competed with a friend in like a doubles one, not an actual High Rocks. It's called Hybrid X up in North Wales. And my hip was killing. Like it was so sore. I like got through it and we won. But I was like, the next day, we kind of went on the piss that night as well. The next day, I stayed at her house, and I literally had to come downstairs on my bum.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, oh, mate, that's not good. Yeah. So I went to see Wayne Peters, physio. And And he saw me hobbling in, and he says, hop on that leg, on the leg that hurts. And I was like, I can't. I genuinely can't. Like, I know how much it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had High Rocks London, I think it was maybe like 3 weeks to go, like in 3 weeks. And it's like, you need to pull out of that. You're not going to be able to do it. And he says, I think you got a stress fracture. And I'm like, what?
Oh, no
I think, no way, man. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? I was just like, no, you're wrong. I was like, I'm not having it. And then, I went to have all the scans and stuff, and it came back that it was, in like the femoral head.
Yeah.
So like where the femur comes up and then you got your ball, it's like in that little section there.
So is that like, is it an overuse thing?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But I couldn't really understand why I got it though, because it's not like I've done nothing and then gone into running and doing a lot of training. Like I've always trained. I've always done a bit of running. Like I've never ran, but like I've always had the ability to run, and like I used to run a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just an age thing, I don't know, but
who knows?
Yeah.
How do you fix that? Just keep off it? Or
well, yeah, like it's, I mean, so literally whilst I was away in Madeira, I got a letter saying, so I had a CT scan on it the day before my Everest. And the CT scan said that they can't see anything anymore, but I should have an MRI scan to make sure. So I'm still got to have another MRI. So I still don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's fixed.
Yeah.
Like I still feel pain in it every now and then. I have done a couple of runs on it and bits and bobs, and it feels fine when I'm riding. Like I should have just rested for 6 weeks and been a good person, but I wasn't. I just kind of.
It's hard though, isn't it? If you're an active person, 6 weeks is an eternity.
It's a long time. Yeah. Like I'm not good at being injured.
No, fair.
Like, yeah.
I'm not either.
No.
You mentioned to me earlier that you also have Haemochromatosis, which I'd never heard of.
No, yeah, I hadn't until I found out about it. So that all stemmed from a couple of years ago. Me and my brother decided, because my mum's passed away from cancer and my dad's had cancer, that we should just go get like a bit of an MOT type thing, blood tests, and kind of see if we're okay, like type thing. And everything came back apart from my iron content, right? So the figures for it, your okay figures, are something like, I don't know, 5 to 7 or something like that. It was like quite a low, and mine came out at like 68 or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, what's going on here? And then it said like, go get checked out, like more tests needed, blah blah blah. So we went to do that, and then basically, it's turned out that I've got this haemochromatosis, which is weird because probably like 6-7 years ago, I had low iron and low B12, and I was having like some high strength tablets and B12 injections to kind of heighten it. So
and now you've got the opposite.
And now I've got the opposite. You can't win, can you?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether something's happened in the structure of my blood or what to make that happen. I don't know. But so this haemochromatosis, it's a hereditary thing. So my dad hasn't got it. He's been checked. So it means that my mum must have had it.
Yeah. Okay.
And the doctors are saying that the buildup of iron, so basically your blood holds onto iron. So any iron you intake, it holds onto it. It can't process it. It doesn't get rid of it like your body should do. But what that can cause is a buildup in your organs or in your skin, so it can cause liver disease, it can cause kidney disease, it can cause cancer, arthritis, bronzing. You can go bronze or silver, and I was like, please be bronze.
Choose bronze.
At least I get a tan out of it. It can cause diabetes.
Wow.
So there's loads of like gnarly things that can happen if it's not treated. So the docs are thinking that that's potentially what kind of started off all my mum's illnesses, bless her. So I was a bit like, that sounds a bit gnarly.
Yeah. Because there's nothing it's not curable, right?
It's not curable, no. So the treatment for it is, and it's been like 2-3 years, and I'm just starting to kind of, I had a load of appointments like just before I went away to Madeira about what the plan is now. Yeah. So it's taken like nearly 3 years to kind of get the ball rolling, and I'm like, ooh, how high's my iron now?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of rough.
So I've been trying to manage it myself as in not having much iron. I mean, I don't eat meat, so
that helps.
I don't have that. But No Guinness, or very, very rarely have a Guinness. Like stuff like spinach and stuff, I've got to be careful how much I take in. And then like I give blood anyway, in terms of just like giving blood.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of like on it a bit more with that, because like the actual treatment for it is just
take blood out.
Taking blood out. Yeah. It's like medieval with the leeches type job. Like, so yeah, it's, they do that. And I think they do it like once a week until it starts to lower. Then it's like once a month, and then they kind of get on top of it basically. And then it's kind of like just a managing it
like a
type
maintenance
thing.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, they're kind of sending me for a load of tests on my liver and my kidneys and bowels and all that kind of stuff to make sure that like that's all okay.
Well, you're getting a good check. So
that's
cool,
like, I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah.
I'm not stoked on it, but like I'm happy that that's happening now, because it's never been something that's stressed me out massively. Like I haven't lost sleep over it, but it's always kind of in the back of my mind a little bit, like just like what if like they don't get it sorted. Yeah.
Have you had any symptoms with it? Because I looked up the symptoms and it was like a lot of the same symptoms as low iron, right? Like dizziness, fatigue, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell because I'm knackered all the time anyway, but I think that's just because I do so much.
You do
like,
fit a lot in.
Yeah. But I don't, I just have a coffee if I feel tired. Like, I don't know. I just crack on.
Yeah.
Like, I know my mum suffered with like arthritis in her fingers a lot, and I have started to notice that my fingers are kind of going, my joints ache a lot. But again, is that just because I do a lot?
Yeah.
Like I'm 41 years old. Like, does everyone feel like this at my age? I don't know. Like
it's so hard to know, isn't it? No, it's
literally.
You can't compare like tiredness.
Yeah.
Like what I feel, I can't explain to you. And
exactly. Yeah.
It's really hard.
It's all like very subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's all personal to you. So yeah, I don't know if I'm having symptoms. I don't know if it's got worse over the last few years. Like, who knows?
But glad you forked out a little bit of money and got the tests.
Yeah, definitely.
Done
Yeah. And I think, like my brother's having tests and stuff for it now to kind of make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
And my sister as well. But yeah, I think like it's definitely worth people having like a little, it was like 170 quid or something. I think it was like Blue Crest that I went through.
Okay.
But I think it's definitely worth having just like your blood's done every now and then, just to kind of make sure stuff's in order. Because apparently it's quite common.
Okay.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Apparently very common in the Irish as well. I've read it recently. I don't know why.
Low iron. I've known quite a few people with low iron problems, but I've not heard the opposite. So.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to start like, I don't know, a black market iron, like blood transfusion thing.
Can you keep the blood they take out and like sell it on to people that got low?
Yeah, literally. The thing is though, they dump the blood from me.
Yeah, because it's too iron rich to use in like...
Well, if I go to the blood donors, they take it.
Right.
But if for when the treatment starts, like they just chuck that blood out. I'm like, surely that's useful to someone. Yeah. Like... good blood that
seems crazy. Strange world.
But it's mad. Like it's a weird thing, and like I've never really had anything wrong with me, so I'm a bit like weird. Like
it'd be good to get on top of it and start getting it sorted, which sounds like it's coming up. But between then you managed to squeeze in an Everest. How
get it done.
How ready did you feel in the sort of week before? Like what was going on in your head?
Oh man, like every single like emotion possible. Like I was like, again, imposter syndrome. Like, what are you doing? You're not good enough to do this. You're not a high-end athlete, like where you can just go out and do an Everest. Like, you're not like these guys that do it. So I was a bit like, oh God, what if I can't do it? And
you'd made, and rightly so, you'd made a good amount of noise about it, right?
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Got behind you.
Got really behind me. All my sponsors had. Like, they were awesome. But then also, I'm like, I know I don't quit. Like, I just don't. Like, I just can't. Like, if it's something like that is just physically, like say, it's a simple thing, I just keep going. Like, unless I've got a limb hanging off, there was no way in my head I wasn't going to complete it. And I envisioned, can't speak, envisaged, what's that word?
Envisaged.
That's the one. I'd done that so many times in my head of like getting to the top. I'm like, that was it. I've done it. done it. And like my brother was there and my family was there in my head. And like, yeah. So in some respects, I was like, I can't do it. In other respects, I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So it's very like backwards and forwards every single time. And I'd like message my mates and they're like, Skelly, you've got it. You've done everything. You've ticked the boxes. Like, there's no way you're not going to do it. And I'm like, oh, I want your confidence.
And you did a recce ride, didn't you?
Yeah.
A few weeks before.
Yeah. So I did
like, was it 12 or 13 or
10
something?
laps.
Okay.
And it was like just over 3,000 meters.
Okay.
And it was like,
so a bit under half.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if that did more harm or good.
I was going to say, how did that feel? Because that must still be quite a horrible day. Yeah.
Like, I got to the end of that and the last one, and I was like, I'm cooked.
Yeah, that's
like,
it.
How am I going to do over double this? Like, genuinely, I was like, what?
The conditioning your body got from that was probably well worth having, though, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then my friend Amy, very, very wise girl, she said, it's like, you know when you need a wee, right? And you can hold it for ages. You're driving somewhere, you need to get to that place. You can hold it until you get to that place. But as soon as you get within 5 minutes to the toilet, you are going to wet yourself, right?
Yeah.
It gets desperate.
Yeah.
And she likened it to that. So she was like, you were tired on that last lap because you knew you only had that last lap to do. She's like, if you had to do another 10 laps that day, you'd have done it. And I was like, yeah, that's a fair point. And yeah, I just kept on chugging away.
Yeah, how was it then? Talk us through the day, because the weather was kind of
the weather was
not
awful.
Great, right?
Literally, like we'd had so much nice weather and sunshine, and the tracks are amazing. And then obviously we got up on the Friday morning, so I started at 8 o'clock on the Friday morning on Good Friday. And we got there and it's absolutely peeing it down, and I'm like, oh, and I've kind of felt bad because I'd drank. Like all my mates were there and I was like, I'm really sorry, it's a crap weekend, guys. And literally on the first lap, did a couple of laps by myself, the first ones just to kind of like get into like the swing of it. Did the first one with my dog actually. And Affy stuck his head out of his little truck and he was like, Skelly, you're gonna die. And I'm like, cheers, Dan.
Thank you. Cheers for the pep talk.
Just what I needed, mate. But like I wouldn't have wanted to do in the heat, to be fair. Like, yeah,
true.
Because I did a couple of pedal laps the previous week and it was so dry and dusty. Every time the Landis went past, he was like getting a lung full of dust. And I was like, I think that might have actually screwed me more than anything. But yeah, like I did 3 laps by myself to start with. And then like a text down, I was like, can I have a cup of tea at the end of this one and a bit of company, please? And then the guys just like took it in turns doing laps for me. I did a few more by myself. And a lot of the times I did ones by myself was when I was struggling a little bit.
Okay.
And for some reason, like, I don't know, I always thought when I was struggling, that's when I'd need my mates there to kind of like drag me up and encourage me and stuff. But for some reason, and I don't really understand why, when I was by myself, I could just get my head into like the right frame of mind, I guess. And I was like, right, come on, Skelly, job to do, like, just get it done. And I was like, I was probably a little bit delirious at that point, but I was like, if my mum was at the top of this hill, would you be able to get up there? And every single time it was yes.
Yeah. So the motivation
just makes you get up there, strong, doesn't it? Like, and I was raising money for cancer research and Welsh Air Ambulance as well. So I was like, and I kept getting texts through saying so-and-so's donated, so-and-so donated. Cool. And and like people, like I'd always kind of check my phone at the top of the lap and kind of like just the encouragement from like random strangers, like just being like, oh my God, I've been watching your progress, this is amazing, like
that's so cool.
And I was like, oh, it get me all teary, and I'm like, oh my God, please stop together, Skelly, like get a grip.
How was the night shift? Because I can imagine once it gets dark, that's when it really starts to get brutal.
So like the last one before it got dark was amazing. It was just a girls trip. Girls, there was like me, Sean, Amy, and Hannah, I think there was. And it was such a sick lap because we could barely see anything. We should have took torches up, but we couldn't. And oh man, it was just amazing. We were just like absolutely like giggling our heads off like children. And then like it just got brutal after that. Like it was still raining and I was just like, the tiredness got me. Like I wasn't tired in my legs. I was like tired, sleepy tired.
Like the mental tired.
Yeah. And like, I think it got to maybe like 1 o'clock, and we were still like putting hot laps down. Like the pedal up was steady, but as soon as you got to the top, like we'd drop in and the boys would be like, just have a steady one this time. And I'd like, yeah, all right. And then as soon as I get into it, I'm like, because it hurt more to go slow.
Yeah.
So like the more you brake, like it wrecked my arms and my wrists were hurting. And I was
were
like,
you coming down the same trail every time?
Lovey Swooper.
Oh yeah, okay, nice.
So it's like the smoothest one there.
Yeah, which
but
is
it's also
still a proper track.
Yeah, it's still like super fast and like.
And high G, like the berms are fast.
Yeah,
like,
man,
really
you've got to like,
loaded.
But yeah, every time we dropped in, like the boys were like, oh, I see how it is. So yeah, we just kind of put hot laps down every single run. And then there was one that was about, I think it was like 1:30, 2-ish in the morning. And I was pedaling up and I was falling asleep pedaling up. Literally, I could feel my head just like, I was starting to nod. And the boys were like, uh-oh. And I was like, right, lads, after this one, I am going to need to just get my head down for half an hour, something like that. Like, I'm a good napper. I'm like a pro napper. Like, I can literally just like off, and then I'll wake up and I'll be fresh as a daisy. I was like, if I can do that, happy days.
Yeah.
So it got laid out in the back of the van. Stupidly, I didn't change any of my kit. So I was like laid there in soaking wet clothes, absolutely freezing. I think I maybe got 5-10 minutes sleep, and then just laid there for about another 20-30 minutes. And I was like, why am I just laid here? I might as well be pedaling. So I got up, and Jamie and Jack, who were in Jamie's van, apparently Jamie was stood at the window watching, and he was like, oh my God, she's up, Jack. She's up. She's got her helmet on. Oh God, we're going again. So I was like, yeah, off we go, helmet on. And they were like, oh my God, that sleep's done you the world of good. So it's like, they said that lap after was like one of the fastest we've done. And like, it's just mental, isn't it? It's just like,
crazy.
Just switch your brain off for 5-10 minutes and like, just completely refreshed. And then I think I got into a bit of a meatloaf, like kind of, apparently I was singing Meatloaf a lot. But yeah, it was savage, but from what people have said about like endurance things, they were all hallucinating and all this kind of thing. And I was like, I didn't see nothing.
No.
I was like, what?
Do you remember all of it? Was it like a good night out?
No, there's bits that I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, so Lawrence is doing an edit on it. So he filmed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing that, because there's genuinely bits that I don't remember.
Interesting.
And there's bits that the guys talk about, and I'm like, I don't remember any of this. Like, mad.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's really strange.
What was the hardest like element of it?
Just the lack of sleep.
Yeah, okay.
Like the actual physically pedaling.
Yeah.
Yes, it was hard, but it wasn't like, because we weren't going fast uphill, it was never to a point where I'm like absolutely gassed out or like I can't take another pedal stroke. Like it never got to that point. And there was never really, I thought in my head previous to it, there'd be like points where I'm like, I can't do it. I need to quit. I need to stop. There was never a point in there where I was like, I can't do it.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, which I was like, I'm really like grateful and thankful for, because I was like, God, that battle must be like really hard in your head. So yeah, I was pretty stoked on that.
How do you keep it like? How do you keep energy in the tank? Because there's a lot of calories.
So much food.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so sick of food. So we started off like trying to get as much kind of like real food in me as possible, like pasta, rice cakes, potatoes. I'd like just made so much food. And Talk, who sponsor me, they'd give me loads of like products and stuff, and obviously like the carb drinks, the gels, the bars, the jellies. So I was trying to, like I say, trying to eat as much real food as possible to start with. Yeah. And then when I physically couldn't get any more of that in, that's when I kind of went more into the gels and rice pudding. I ate a lot of rice pudding. That was one of the hardest bits actually, like just trying to keep the food going in, because like you're eating and then you're going up a really like steep hill, so like your heart rate's going up to like I say, I wasn't pedaling hard, but it was still a steep, like first incline.
Yeah, you're still pushing a decent heart rate zone.
Heart rate's going straight up to 150 up that first hill. So to eat and then like sit on food with that, and your heart rate's going rah, rah, rah. I was like, I feel sick. Oh my God, I can't get another thing in me. And then my friend Amy's like, eat the rice cake. I'm like, I don't want to.
It's hard, though, isn't it? Because your body just doesn't want it, but you need it.
Yeah. And like, I found after it as well, because I thought I was going to be starving the next day, literally ravenous. And I wasn't. I lost like 5-6K the week after it because I just wasn't eating. I just did not want to eat.
No appetite.
Everything I looked at, I was like, ugh, gross.
Wow.
Which is not like me at all. Like, I'm a gannet. I eat anything. So yeah, it was really, really strange. I was like, am I okay?
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Yeah. But yeah, I made up for it the week after that. So it's fine.
Yeah. How did it feel to get to the top on that final lap then and know that you'd done
it was
what you
so
set out?
surreal. Like, so we got to the 8,849.50, whatever it is, like halfway up one of the laps.
Okay.
So it's just where you kind of go on the uplift up and you can see Super Swooper, like just on the corner there. And I was like watching it, I make watch, and I was like, okay, 8,400, like just counting it up. And I was like, oh, that's it, we've done it, guys. And I literally, for like, it must have only been like 3 seconds, I just broke down. I literally was like, started crying, and then I was like, nope, pull yourself together. But it was just relief, literally just like, oh. And then we got up to the neck. It was, I think it's like another 150 up to the top. So we ended up doing like just over 9,000 to get to the top. And we had, no, to be fair, actually, we got to like 8,950 at the top, and I was like, I can't leave it there, guys.
Yeah, come on, let's round this out.
Literally, yeah. So then I just pedaled up a little bit further, so like a little bit more. Like, it was me and my two nieces. So my brother came and my two nieces, which was awesome because it was so cool to have those guys there. And my brother was crying, and I was like, oh man, if I see my brother cry, I'm gonna go. But yeah, they like ran up with me to just get to the 9,000 mark, and then yeah, oh man, that party train down. Weirdly, don't really remember it.
Okay.
Again, like, I really want to see it back because I don't really remember it very well. Like, I remember being at the top, and we all had like a big photo, and Lawrence did like a little interview with me and kind of had a few pictures and stuff like that. And then we rode down, and like, I just don't really remember it.
Wow.
It's just mad, isn't it?
That's
like, why
crazy.
would my brain, I want to remember that bit. Why would my brain shut that bit out?
Yeah.
Like, don't box that one off.
I guess you're on like fumes at that point, right? Your body's just doing what it needs to do.
It's just automatic, yeah. But yeah, it was a cool feeling.
Very cool.
Yeah, we like got to the bottom, and like there's all the Athertons and Andrew Atherton, the Atherton's mum, and yeah, just a load of people down there, and everyone was just like really stoked and kind of supportive. And then I was like, okay, that's it, done then. Yeah.
Raised a good amount of money though, eh?
Yeah, so we're nearly on $2,000 now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so it was 12,000 something, I think.
No, 20,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we're nearly on 20,000. So I'm hoping like with a bit more exposure and kind of when Lawrence's film comes out and when this comes out and stuff, we can kind of like get it a little bit higher.
Nudge it a bit more.
Yeah.
Where do people go for that? Is it just giving?
I'm just giving, yeah. Yeah.
Send me a link and I'll stick it in the show notes for this. Yeah, for sure.
Because like, I only like, you know, when you put how much you want to raise, I put like $5,000 in or something, and I was like, oh, I'm pushing the boat out a little bit on that. So yeah, to like raise that amount is like it's really cool. And like, obviously I know Cancer Research are a massive company, so you don't like get much kind of like personal kind of contact with those. But Wales Air Ambulance, lady called Debbie came along, and she was lush. She kind of like came to the event and met up with it beforehand. Sweet. And they want to do like a little interview with me and stuff like that. So they've been like, like the messaging every week saying, oh my God, I can't believe like the like donations have gone up again. And like really they've been like really, really thankful for it. So yeah, I'm stoked with that one.
Good on you.
Yeah.
So what's next then? You need something to scratch the itch, right?
I know. I don't even know. Like, there's been all sorts of horrible things going around in my head. Like, because I am like, it's weird after it. I was like, not depressed by any means, but I felt very, very flat.
Yeah.
I was like, like, I'm not waking up and thinking, oh, I need to go do 1,000 meters on the turbo. Or
that focus
like,
is all gone, right?
Completely, yeah. And like I said earlier, like training is like everything to me. Like I need to wake up and want to train.
Yeah.
Like And I was like, don't know what to do. But yeah, some bad naughty things have been going on in my head. So yeah, I don't even know if I want to say anything out loud.
You're not going to verbalise it just yet.
Yeah, like I want to do something cool.
Yeah.
Like this was wicked. And it's like a lot of the reason why I wanted to do it obviously was because my mum and raise money for cancer research on Wales Islands. But also it was in a kind of like, I don't know, a bit of a selfish way, I guess. I wanted to see what I was made of.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't think I have.
You haven't gone hard enough.
It sounds so cocky, doesn't it? But like, I kind of wanted to be broken by it.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to be like at the top of the hill, and I was like, I have put everything into this. Like, I could not go another step.
Yeah.
But I could have.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I can see the slippery slope beginning.
I know.
I've spoken to Ben Hildred, Annie, these people that I think have a similarly programmed brain.
Yeah.
And it's the beginning
it's
of
a slope, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know. And I'm like, oh no, like I'm trying to like reel it in my head, and I'm like, oh God. So yeah, I don't know is the answer to that, but I'm sure there is something coming. People keep saying, what about double Everest? What about this? What about that? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to do something. No, I don't really want to. Yeah. Because like obviously Ben's done the double.
Yeah.
Anna's done some amazing stuff. That girl, like I listened to the podcast with you guys, and like,
she's wild, eh?
Oh man, what a chick! Honestly, like gives me goosebumps just thinking about what she's done.
Yeah.
And like for the cause, the actual reason behind it as well.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of in tune with like where I'm at. So it is something that I'd want to have a good think about and kind of. Yeah, just do something like really cool and really out there and no one else has done, and
watch this space.
Yeah.
Ace.
I don't know what it'd be, but we'll see.
Yeah, we should start wrapping up. We're going to hit our final 4 questions.
Okay.
First of those, if our listeners had £150 to spend to improve their performance on a bike and they can't spend it on a coaching day with you, which is obviously the first choice.
Obviously.
What should they go spend it on?
Good question. So I think a good gym program is pretty paramount. I know that's not on the bike necessarily.
No, but it helps riding massively,
like
right?
especially for girls. Like, unfortunately, biology says we're not as strong and fit as men are. So for us to hit the same tracks that men are doing, we need to be stronger and fitter.
Makes
basically.
Sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I think, and like a lot of the reasons I see girls kind of crashing and kind of not recovering from crashes well is because they're not strong.
Yeah.
Especially the younger kids coming through, like I think they need to get not necessarily on a gym program, but just do some basic gym work like squats, press ups, that kind of stuff. Like I think you get a lot out of it in terms of recovery.
Yeah.
Like I personally think, because I've been a gym bunny like all my life pretty much, like because I am fit and strong, that has helped me massively when I wasn't particularly skilled.
Okay.
Like I just muscle my way through stuff. I still do now. I still don't think I'm the most skillful rider at all. Like I'm just a unit and I can like muscle my way through stuff.
And if it does go wrong, you're more likely to get away with it.
Exactly. Yeah. You can like bench your way out of stuff, or like if you crash, like, if you've got a bit of muscle around your joints, like you're going to protect yourself more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for everybody, but like 100% for chicks, like get a good gym program.
Good. Like it. Second one then, if you could wind back the clock and sit down with yourself age 16, what advice would you give her?
Oh, it's a long time ago. Get into bikes earlier. But saying that, I've enjoyed all the other sports I've done. I've enjoyed the process of learning a new skill when I was like 28.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked to have started earlier, but would I still be the person that I am now if I had started earlier? Like,
who knows?
Who knows?
You're making the most of it now.
I'm trying.
Good stuff. All right, third one. If you could have a coaching session from anyone, past or present, who would it be and what would you want to learn from them?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to have to say Uncle Steve.
Yeah?
Yeah, Papa Pete. He's just the boss, isn't he? And like the time I was on SBS, like the amount I learned from him was insane. Like, and he's just the goat, and he's done it all. Like, even if it's a session on how to drink so much and be absolutely fine the next day, like
I have no
I'll
idea
take
how
that.
they do
I
that.
don't know how they do it.
No.
I am dead the next day. So yeah, I think in every aspect of riding and how you become an absolute legend like that dude, like, yeah, I'd say
fair
P,
play.
big dog.
Is there like one particular thing, like what's the biggest learning for you from the time you have spent with Steve?
I think just how to kind of, in a race respect, on how to approach a race.
Okay.
Like I was saying earlier, how to like control the controllables and kind of get your head set up and kind of like do the like little rituals that work for you, like stupid teeth cleaning thing and grinning like an idiot.
It works,
exactly,
yeah.
right? But then I also think just the way he conducts himself with other people is always so respectful. He's always got time for everybody. Like, he's a humble guy. Like, he's the boss, you know, like he is just the dude.
Yeah,
like,
you don't get to where Steve is without being a good person,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, he's never kind of like, oh, I ain't got time to autograph that person's thing, or, you know, and like, yeah, I think he's just a good guy, and yeah, nice. I think just being a general nice human being.
I like it. I like it. All right, last one.
Yeah.
What's something you do every day that you feel benefits you that isn't going to the gym?
Oh, cleaning my teeth. I think, and this is going to sound a little bit hippie-ish, but I don't practice gratitude as in like I sit there with my symbols and like all that kind of business. But I do have a little moment to myself every day where I'm like, God, I'm thankful for the life I've got. Like, that's cool. I've got my health mostly at the moment.
Yeah.
I've got good friends. I've got my family around me. I've got some good bikes. I've got good sponsors like supporting me. Like, the world's great. Like, I'm very much see the positive side of things. Even when like stuff's not going too well, I'm like, well, could be worse, eh?
How does that fit into your day? Is it always a particular time and place, or like how do you make sure you do it?
It's usually like at night, like my days are pretty frantic. I don't have a lot of like sit down, relax time in my day, but I love getting home after my tea. I'll sit down with the dogs on the sofa. I'll sit out and watch the sunset, and I'll have a cup of tea. It'll be like something like really like non-exciting, like chamomile. And I'll sit there with the dogs, and I just sit there, and I'm like, yeah, doing all right. You know, It's pretty cool. Like, it's not a bad life we've got, is it? Like,
no, we're lucky.
Like, yeah, I think we're extremely lucky.
Yeah.
And I think just trying to stay as humble as possible. And just be thankful for what we've got, even if it's just the minute things, like I don't know, I've got a house over my head, like I've got a roof,
you're warm,
I'm warm,
comfortable,
like,
all that,
just stuff like. So many people that don't have that, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they don't have a good friend support, and they don't have like family around them that supports them and stuff. So like, I think just showing that gratitude it's quite a big thing for me. It's like, sick.
I like
doing
it.
all right.
Good on you. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure hearing your story and finding out what you've been up to. I can't wait to see what's next. If people want to follow, where's the best place for them to be looking?
Instagram for sure, at Becci Skelly, Becciskelley, which people think is Beck is Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the amount of messages I get. Hi, Kelly. And I'm like,
interesting.
Oh, Becci Skelly. Like,
okay.
So yeah, Becci Skelly.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't really do anything. I'm not a TikToker.
No, we'll stick links to that in the show notes.
Yeah.
We'll get a link off you for the Just Giving.
Yeah, amazing.
The Everest as well.
Sick. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for your time, mate. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.